Ella sorts out her hair quickly, just desperately goes on camera.
Well, that's really
it's wonderful, that's wonderful. Right, so I'll squash into the camera there. Hi, my name is Damien Burns from GoodBack.co.uk, and today we have
Ella
and cue myself in cameraman.
some other Maureen.
Oh. Now, Ella has come down here today for treatment with scoliosis.
Yes.
And just as we're starting here, her mum Maureen shows me her iPhone with some pictures on a before and after of some therapy you've already had, some non-surgical therapy you've already had so far for your scoliosis. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so there was bone therapy.
Can we get together and chat?
So yeah, there was the bone.
Now, can you just look at this stage in the game how small little Ella is here compared to her mum here? Just for future reference in terms of what's going to be happening next. Okay, so Ella, first of all, you're still alive.
Still alive.
And how are you feeling after the first session?
Good, yeah. Just saying. Feel a bit taller.
Okay.
So I said, let's just do a little test.
So we're doing a mum and daughter test. And mum is 5.
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Ella is 5'4", mum thinks.
I think 4.5.
4.5.
We'll give you 4.5.
Which she clearly no longer is. She's clearly taller than that because she's like, what, half an inch away from mum. So it looks like she's grown. Oh, mum shrank during the therapy.
Exactly.
One or the other.
Therapy that we did for quite a little while.
Yeah, the very first thing was some Theraplex with Irene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And Irene mentioned about somebody who she'd been treating, and she said that they had this a brace thing that Dr. Amir in Putney had treated them with, and when he took it out, you could see the spine kind of went back, to the bad sort of way.
In seconds, days, or minutes?
And yeah.
How quick?
Oh, sorry.
How quick did you see the spine go back on the?
No, as she was actually, when he took the brace out.
Yeah, so when the retainer was in,
yeah,
my spine was in a slightly different position, so when it was taken out, then it
actually in front of your
eyes. Right in front of your eyes, okay.
Yeah, you could feel down the spine that it felt different. It was quite, it was interesting.
She thought that Ella might benefit by going to Amir because she had this overbite, and they thought that it was all connected to this curve and everything. There's all this jaw and back, sort of connection.
Which is one of the things we're discussing at the moment on the Facebook group Scoliosis Cures and Pain Relief. There's an Italian thing called Starecta, which is a sort of do-it-yourself sort of like you heat this thing up, you stick it in your mouth, you mould it to your mouth, and it's a kind of a... And some people are having very good results with it. So they're just starting to do it, and it's interesting. Dr. Mir is also kind of doing the same sort of thing as on a professional sort of level.
Yeah.
So, do you still have the face thing now? Is it now fixed now?
So I had braces. I had a retainer. Now I don't have anything.
Okay.
I don't wear a retainer at all anymore. And I think it's sort of
that's gone back a little bit. So I think probably should have been done a bit longer.
Okay, all right. And the other thing is you had 2 X-rays you were just showing me, which look. This is before I even got close to doing any treatment at all. Before I arrived on the scene.
Yes.
And can you tell us about those before and after X-rays?
Yeah, so the first one was taken, would you say 2016 maybe? So
before any treatment.
Before any treatment.
Yeah.
And the curve was quite obvious in it, I'd say. And then fast forward to the last X-ray that I've had. Just after the Theraplex, Atlas realignment.
Atlas realignment with Matthew.
With Matthew, yes. And now there is, judging from the X-ray, it's noticeably straighter, to be honest. However, that wasn't recognised.
So they fell off the chair and said, "This is wonderful. We should treat all our patients like that." How is it, or did they not?
No, they said alternative therapy cannot make your spine straighter. The only way would be an operation.
And they explained that your after X-rays were better than the other X-rays because the X-ray machine was a bit...
Yes, it was done at a different hospital and that they didn't have the correct machine and that we couldn't really compare like for like.
It was the wrong type of X-ray machine.
Wrong type of X-ray
and that's the state of scoliosis treatment for this. But it's
and they actually said, do you really think we would be cutting open spines, didn't they, inserting rods and everything, if there was an alternative? And I said, well, I think it's clear on this X-ray picture that what we've been doing has certainly helped.
And you can see it before you feel it, you can see it before your eyes. You don't even need an X-ray with scoliosis. Yes. I know with you've got a really sore leg after a fall, do you have a hairline fracture or just a bad bruise? Only an X-ray can tell. Yeah. But scoliosis, half the time you tell when somebody got a coat on, for Pete's sake, and it's quite a macro thing. And you can see itself, you see it on the X-rays, and their answer is the X-ray image, strong type of X-ray machine. Yeah. You couldn't have made that, could you? If you'd like to.
No.
Right, okay. So
would have had more with the Irene Theraplex, but it's just it was such a long way for us to go. We were in Norfolk, she was in London, I was with the GCSEs, it was bad timing. Then when we heard about you doing it as well.
Alright. Yeah, because one of the problems they have in America is the children, up to 16 or 18, depending on what the parent situation is, are under the insurance of their parents. And they have to, if they're going to have the operation, it's going to have to be now under their parents' insurance. Otherwise, they have to get their own insurance later on. And so, if they don't have their operation now, they may, unless they get a job, so they have time pressures completely irrelevant to the medical need, just because of the financial stuff. So, as bad as we have it here, wouldn't like to have the school holidays and school exams and stuff. You're a bit pressured to get treatment. In America, it's like my stomach just turns when they're forced to, for financial reasons, cut the therapy that might be working just to have the operation now because they couldn't get later. Yeah. Anyway, but that's America's problem, not ours. We're here, and today we're going to do some a routine on you. Use the ASMI machine, otherwise known as the PAMM machine, which is the cousin of the Theraflex machine. Yeah. Right, so we'll switch off now and get started. So what the PAMM machine does, in the anti-spasm mode is it goes up and down the spine, and either side of the muscles it takes the spasms out of the muscles in the paraspinal muscles. Then what happens is we use the mobilisation mode, and we put the machine either side of these things. And it stretches, you can see that, it stretches the ligaments either side of the one vertebrae to the next in a really nice smooth motion. And having stretched those ligaments, this mode here is the tapping mode, the reflex mode, and what this does is this stimulates all the reflexes along the spine. And the newly stretched ligaments, just for a few minutes, are loosened enough so that the vertebrae can jump back into the correct place. Because after a fall, they'll have been knocked out of alignment and banged together and twisted slightly. And they've been like that for years. So we loosen the paraspinal muscles with the anti-spasm mode. Then we stretch the ligaments with what we call the mobilisation mode, but it's probably better called a ligament stretching mode, just slightly stretching those tight ligaments and jam tight for ages. And when they're loosened a bit, we hop it to the reflex mode to stimulate the reflex nerves and get the vertebrae just very, 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 very bit by bit jump back into their correct place. So that's basically how it works. Okay. So what we're looking at here, this is how well that comes up, I don't know, but just here, there's a kind of C7 is just not quite right at all, and that's where the migraine issue will be. So the neck it's quite good up there. So Matthew's done a good job at the top, I think. That's a little tight there, nothing terribly bad. We'll have a look at it on the chair later. This is definitely an issue, which we need to fix. Then the scoliosis comes down here. It goes here. You can feel it on the side, like that. This is why. Where is it going? Here. And it goes here. It's quite straight down to the base. So that is nowhere near the well for scoliosis. And that's all you need to do to find out what the scoliosis is. You don't need an X-ray, you just run your fingers down. Palpation. Alright, so do a pause on that one. Okay, and we want to keep this nicely below any pain threshold, so let me know.
Okay.
Keep talking to me, so you...
No, that felt fine.
Okay, dokie. So that was the anti-spasm mode. This is the reflex mode. Okay, that's not too bad. Sometimes when you have a back the first time, you do the reflex mode. For the general pattern is you do the mobilisation to stretch the ligaments, and then you tap it back into place. That's basically the wash and repeat therapy.
Yeah.
But I often start off with the reflex mode. It kind of, sometimes you see the back jump up an awful lot when the tendon's really tight. That tells me this is a bit of the state of the tendons in the back. But this wasn't terribly jumpy this time, so that's not too bad. You often get that with a painful back when everything's really tight.
Right.
And it's quite nice to see later in the therapy. You do the reflex mode and it's not jumping up and down like that.
Yes, yeah.
Right, okay, so we're going to start off on power 3 and slow speed, slow 1. Do you want to go around this side a bit?
I've got a good,
Oh, you
yeah,
can go
nice,
okay.
nice angle here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't mind to pull your back out and then... Get it narrow now, which is lengthways. So already, we go down here, this is looking a bit, there's a little bit tight there, but actual curves seems to have that extra hair. We haven't started on this yet. Gets a bit funny there, we'll sort that out later. But it seems like it's reducing already.
It does, doesn't
We'll
it?
see what the before and afters come up like on the video. But could be happening before your very eyes, people. Hey! Well, that's it. Hi now.
Okay.
Okay, alright. So this is Ella's new bag. Goes down here. Not perfect there, but on the base of the spine a lot better as well. That is, and that just looks like it's gone down a lot as well. So we'll compare that to what we saw the before and after. on the before, and I think you'll see on the video what we're seeing with our own eyes. You got a new back, not fully fixed. Let the things happen, white blood cells do fixing, and we'll come back in a week or 2 weeks or whatever and finish it all off. Okay.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Jamie. Brilliant.
Okay, so Ella, first of all, you're still alive.
Still alive.
Hooray. And how are you feeling after the first session?
Good, yeah. Just saying, I feel a bit taller.
Okay.
So I said, let's just do a little test.
So we're doing a mum and daughter test.
So
And Mum is
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Ella is 5'4", Mum thinks.
I think 4.5.
Four and a half.
Alright, we'll give you 4.5.
Which
But-
she clearly no longer is. She's clearly taller than that because she's like, what, half an inch away from Mum. So it looks like she's grown. Oh, Mum shrank during the therapy.
Exactly.
One or the other. Alright, okay. Alright, okay, right.